I posted on TikTok just about every day for a year, and the thing I don't really hear.
Oh, that's loud. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're going to move to here.
She don't guess, she knows. She don't chase, she builds. Money making, Martine certified, verified, boss mode seal. Talk that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug the map, the guide the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach to coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote. She don't just teach, she upgrade the game. System so smooth, it remembers your name. AI certified, blueprint tight, helping your biz get its money right. She scaled the hustle, automate the stress, turn passion to product and clean up the mess. Queen of conversion, boss of the pitch. You want results, Martine's the switch. She's the She don't guess, she knows. She don't chase, she builds. Money making, Martine certified, verified, boss mode seal. Talk that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug the map, the guide the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach to coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote. She don't just teach, she upgrade the game. System so smooth, it remembers your name. AI certified, blueprint tight, helping your biz get its money right. She scaled the hustle, automate the stress, turn passion to product and clean up the mess. Queen of conversion, boss of the pitch. You want results, Martine's the switch. She's the coach's coach. And this ain't theory, this is proof. Martine moves in wisdom, and she talks that chalk, that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug the map, the guide the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach a coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote. She don't guess, she knows. She don't chase, she builds. Money making Martine certified, verified, boss mode seal. Talk that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug the map, the guide, the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach to coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote. She don't just teach, she upgrade the game. System so smooth, it remembers your name. AI certified, blueprint tight, helping your biz get its money right. She scaled the hustle, automate the stress, turn passion to product and clean up the mess. Queen of conversion, boss of the pitch. You want results, Martine's the switch. She's the coach's coach, and this ain't theory, this is proof. Martine moves in wisdom, and she talks that chalk, that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug, the map, the guide, the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach a coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote. She don't guess, she knows. She don't chase, she builds. Money making Martine certified, verified, boss mode seal. Talk that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug, the map, the guide, the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach to coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote. She don't just teach, she upgrade the game. System so smooth, it remembers your name. AI certified, blueprint tight, helping your biz get its money right. She scaled the hustle, automate the stress, turn passion to product and clean up the mess. Queen of conversion, boss of the pitch. You want results, Martine's the switch. She's the coach's coach, and this ain't theory, this is proof. Martine moves in wisdom, and she talks that chalk, that strategy, coach that coach. She break it down, level up the whole approach. Certified mind with $1 million view. AI in her pocket, what you trying to do? She the plug, the map, the guide, the lane. Martine got that knowledge in her veins. Coach a coach, now take that note. When she speaks, you better quote that quote.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning. I am out of town on business this morning. Good morning, Jade. Good morning, Miss Juanita, if you're still there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm so glad to be here on this Friday. I actually predict this call will be quite light, and that's okay. So if it's just one or two of you in here, or I'm just talking to myself, we're going to do this bad boy podcast style, and I'm going to get in and get this movement in before I get my workday started. I've got some training I'm going to today, so I decided to not cancel this call and figure out a way. Good morning, Jackie. Figure out a way to make the call happen anyway. So that's what I did this morning. My setup is crazy. Um, It's a risk. Someone else might come into the gym this morning and want some peace and quiet. Um, but I'm really trying not to miss these calls. Okay. I've got a few this month my birthday is next week, so I have um, officially taken that Friday off, right? Um, but for the most part, I don't like to miss these lives, and I don't like to miss my walks. I'm a remote worker, so for me, um, I don't do a lot of walking to begin with. And so, since I already know that that's the case, then good morning, YouTube friends. Since I already know that that's the case, then I'm like, you've got to get in some movement a couple times a week because I'm not leaving and going places on a day to day basis, especially this summer. The kids are at home. I'm not doing as much ripping and running around with them. And so I've got to get up and get moving, right? It's been almost a year since I've started this. Good morning. Good morning, Prescribed Digital. Good morning. How you doing this morning? We're inching closer to the year mark. I think this is month 8. And it's been one of the few things that I have been very, very consistent with. And I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up. All right. So, yes, I'm out of town. Yes, I'm in the hotel um, fitness area. Yes, I had to bring extra stands. Like, it took some putting some things together to be here. But I'm glad I did it. I'm really, really glad I did it. Because, again, when you commit to something, and really when you're really being honest with yourself about committing to the thing, you have to find a way, how to know a way to make it work as often and as consistently as you can. And when you can't, you can't. And when you don't want to, you don't. But I have found over the course of this year, this one thing has made all the difference in a lot of areas of my life. So that's just like my early morning thinking about preparing for this call and going live. Good morning, Lashar Custom Designs Digital. Good morning. How you doing this morning? How are you? Good morning, Island Spices. Good morning, User Plus Numbers. How are you? This is Friday, May 11th, July 11th. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for that glitter badge, DC. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I'm so glad y'all are here. As always, on Fridays, we celebrate wins. We just talk about what went well, where we're thriving, how we're succeeding. Good morning, Steve's Creek. Good morning, Code. Hey, I'm gonna definitely keep the grind. Thank you for that word of encouragement. Good morning, W Legacy. Good morning. Good morning, We Up. Good morning, Theodore. How y'all doing this morning? Those of you that are new to the space, this is Morning Motivations, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I talk business, strategy, content strategy, AI, and more. And really, I just want to help people stay encouraged as they navigate this thing called life, right? It's just not 30 to 40 minutes. And good morning, pork chop sandwiches. Good morning. And while we do that work together, hopefully I'm getting a little better and you're getting a little better too. I feel better, and I hope you feel better too. Good morning, Travis. How y'all doing this morning? We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday for about 30 to 40 minutes. This week, or today, I'm having to start super early. Super early. Good morning, Miss Janice. Because I'm out of town for work. Good morning, Tony. Right? So if I want to remain consistent with going live, if I want to remain consistent with walking, then I just got to do it. I just got to do it. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, Miss T. How y'all doing this morning? Happy Friday. I want to celebrate wins with you this week. What went well for you this week? How did you succeed? What was inherently better for you because you did X? Fill in the blank. Let me know in the chat. That's Michelle's mom. Good morning. Good morning, Rosie. How you doing this morning? Certified AI consultant. I love it every time I see it. You guys, if y'all don't follow Rosie, go follow her. Good people, very knowledgeable human being. No, you're not late. You're right on time. I just got started. Yes, Rosie, I am out of town, and I got a last minute email from my boss that basically said, um, be in the office by 8 and not 8:30. So I had to start a little early today. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna show up no matter what. Um, yeah, yeah. So I'm up early, moving around, getting my little walk in so that I don't miss a day. Good morning, Alvin. Good morning, George or Jorge. How y'all doing this morning? You are not late. You are not late. You are right on time. Y'all, I want to pause and say this before I get into it. I am going live. Oh, Rosie, girl, feelings was hurt. Feelings was hurt, Rosie, because I was like, oh yeah, I'll start a little early, and then I got that email yesterday, and I was like, oh, you gonna have to be at the door. You got to be in that shower by this time so that you're at that job at this time. And I get it. She's got a trainer coming in from out of the state. And so I think she just wants her whole team in, right when that training begins. I get it. But child, I was like, well, I better get up a little earlier because I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss our time together, even if it's a little bit shorter than I would prefer. And even if, um, everybody's not going to be able to be here live, you can join me in the replay. So let me talk to replay people. Here's how you access the replay. I opened a school community this week. It was super easy to do. It took me less than 2 hours. I had a morning motivations community somewhere else, but once they dropped the price of the school communities to $9 a month, I was like, well, hey, I don't charge a fee to do these morning motivations. I'll just do a hobbyist group, and I'm not out of $97 every month. All right, so if you are on YouTube and you go to my profile, go to my landing page, and it's going to say join my school community. Okay. And for me, I look at it as a transition over from one tool to another. Go ahead and join. And that's where the replays will be. We've also been having conversations all this week about our theme for this month. So you can engage, like extend the conversations, kind of see what other people are thinking and doing around what we're talking about. All right. So that is an option. If you're on TikTok, go to my profile, then go to my landing page and just join the school community. It doesn't cost you anything to be a member. And then you can, chime in, stay up to date when I'm going live. Because I want you to be here and I want to be here alongside with you. Okay. If you are on Facebook or YouTube. So if you're on Facebook and YouTube, check the comments or descriptions, and you should find a link that says community. And if you don't, I'll add one later. Okay. All right. But that's what's been going on with me. Let me read some of these comments and see how I can celebrate you guys. This is a really loud treadmill. Let's see. Yes, Miss Janice, I do. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see. Lady T says my win this week was finish some generator. Oh, it sounds like you're doing Canva app generators. That's exciting. Are you gonna sell them? Are you gonna bring them to Sundays with TRM? Let me know. We're always happy to have you. Let's see, just visionary. Her win for the week. She finished another module in her community and uploaded art and prompts. Girl, you are busy. Are the kids still home from university? Let me know. I know you. I think you said your brothers may have been home from university this summer. Oh, look at Charlene, girl. You took 2 mental health days. I love that you chose you because you give a lot to everyone, your children, your family. You create tons of space. That's not even including the many groups that you support, the many people that you support online. That's beautiful. I'm really happy to hear that. How does it feel now that you've taken those 2 days to really, just take care of yourself? And I'm also going to challenge you because if my memory's right, you probably have some doctor's appointments here and there. That is not a day to yourself. So if that's what you were doing, I don't count it. It doesn't matter what I think. I'm just teasing. But what I find is, at least for me, sometimes when I take my own mental health days, I list out things I should do, and that's not what that is. So it's my hope that your beautiful, wonderful mental health days, you are really allowed to center and really just care for you and care for your heart. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Thank y'all. Thank you. I guess that's the thing. Y'all let me know because I just feel like I just uploaded my membership from one account and moved it to somewhere else. But thank y'all. I've gotten a lot of congratulations. I gotta unpack that more. I've talked to a couple of my friends about it this week. I'm like, everybody's been congratulating me, and I'm like, I I didn't know it was celebratory. That's how I feel. It's not a bad thing, but like I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm excited about it. I'm nervous. Uh, I'm not overwhelmed. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it, like because I want it to be a space where everybody talks and shares. I want it to be a space where I can talk about what I'm doing in my everyday life, in my business. I want all of those things to be true, but I just haven't figured out how to put it all together. I just saw the $9 a month, and I was like, man, with all these features, I can't miss out on this $9 a month. Okay, I can't do it. So I moved it over, and the feat already. It has solved so many. Having the school community versus what I was doing before, it solved so many problems. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, y'all. That's my real life cousin right there. Good morning. How you doing this morning? Okay, good, good. Charlotte, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's that true. Cause see that look, I ain't this. That's a me thing. My mental health days be a list of things I need to do. Who does that? Ah, I'm doing good, cousin. I'm doing good. You traveling this summer? I know you and Coco went to New York. Are you back to traveling? Let's see. Charlene hit her 6 year Canva anniversary. Come on, sis. They put you in the top 1% of social media designers. Come on, man. That means you got thousands of projects. You have thousands of projects, my dear. Thousands. Y'all, I'm having to keep trying to find the camera. I think it's there. I keep looking up here because it would normally be at the top. It's a mess today. So those of you that are gonna watch the replay, just listen. Don't look at me because it's a mess. My eyes is darting all over the place. It's a mess. Okay, just listen. Let's see. Rosie's wins. She taught a mid-journey class. Come on, mid-journey class. Created a prompt generator. Yes. Added a new module in school. Do you have a school community? Yeah, it sounds like you're working on a school community too. Well, congratulations to you as well. Okay. Well, I hope you get back home safely. And if your layover is long enough, are you gonna try to stop in and see anyone? Miss Janice, you use your mental health days to get things done. Do you feel better when you use your mental health days to get things done? I find if I have a mental health day, like my personal standard is to try to do things that, like, kind of like what Charlene mentioned, to kind of fuel me, um, because my mind is always rolling. That if oftentimes there's not a moment that I'm not thinking about the work that I need to do, the work I have to do. So I have to shut it down in order to just like be a human being. Let's see. Oh, you do 1,066. I see. I love that. Come on, Rosie. Vision Empowered AI Academy. Come on, man. I love that for you. Is it active? I know you said you built a module. So have you opened it up to the public yet? Or are you still building in the background? Also, will you inbox me the link if it's open to the public? Good morning, One Mind, Body, and Soul. How you doing this morning? Oh, I feel that. I feel that. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. If it was the year, you're talking about, that's 2005. I'm doing good. You know it's Friday, so we're celebrating wins today. I'm out of town for business, but I thought uh I thought it would be, if I could pull it off and still go live and still get my walk in, I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so that's what I've done. So I'm here. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we discussed this week, a little bit about the school community. Okay, so some of you use your mental health days as your get done days. I like it. Oh, the year I was born. Oh, so we talking about 40 plus years. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you're in Florida. My hometown. Got it. My hometown. Yes, send me a message. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Man, I love that everybody is really building things that matter to them and are trying to foster like these great spaces. I think it's very, very, very cool. And I'm like, you know, even though we're still a couple years out on this AI stuff, it's still emerging. And so it's my hope that everybody finds the right communities that serve them, that give them what they need, and that they can truly grow from in an authentic way. So that's exciting. Oh, now how you go to Dallas and I ain't in Dallas? How you got a layover in Dallas, but I'm not in Dallas? We missed each other, cousin. We missed each other. Dallas is one of the best airports in the nation, so hopefully, you have a good experience during your layover over there. We got a few things, y'all. This is what's tripping me out. I'm on my iPad today, and when I tell you this iPad is unforgiving, I can see every pimple. I was like, oh, my eyes, y'all. It's not gonna be very often. I want my phone to lie to me. Lie to me, phone. Where is my filter? Where is my filter? Lie to me. It's been a great week. For me, it's the first week of my school community being live. But more importantly, now that I moved over to it, we've just been having some really, really great conversations, both live and um, both live and in the community. So I want to just kind of recap what we've done this week. That way, those of you who are saying, oh, I'm a little behind, you're not behind. I'm never going to go so in depth live that you can't pick up where we leave off. Okay, so you'll always be able to jump in and engage. And again, if you're in the school community, you can use some of the dialogue there, go watch replays to get caught up. Okay. We are doing a big study around the let them theory. The Let Them Theory is by Mel Robbins. Have y'all been enjoying have y'all, those of you that are reading the book with me, are y'all enjoying it? Let me know in the chat. Those of you that have been reading it, have you been enjoying it? Let me know in the chat. All right. It's a book by Mel Robbins. She's a motivational speaker. And essentially, the Let Them Theory is like giving yourself radical permission to set boundaries. Okay, and to conserve your energy so you can do the real work that truly matters. Okay. This week we talked about 3 different types of archetypes, like types of people who show up in this space. People pleasers, people who are addicted to comparison and comparisons stop them from moving forward. And then people who are constantly having to prove their own value through defending their actions and decisions or persuading people that they have value. All right. So Mel's essential claim is we've got to stop giving them that permission, and we've got to explore or do some internal work that's going to help us be better, not just in our personal lives, but in our business. Okay. Anybody reading along? Have you enjoyed the reading so far? Y'all know I have to click around to read the chat. I'm in Missouri, girl. Rosie, you ain't got a lie, Craig. Girl, this is a mess. I was like, what in the pimple is going on? What in the pimpling is going on here? That's what I said. And on my phone, it was hiding all the flaws. All the flaws. It is on Kindle. You can find Let Them on Kindle, on Audible, and the hardback is available at your local bookstore. Yeah. So those of you that have been reading, just let me know. I know I've had a few of you that have been reading along. Good morning, Drika. She learned, she earned. Good morning. How are you? How's your mom? I do. One Mind, Body, and Soul. I do. She learned, she earned. Good morning. And how's your mom doing? I know your mom has popped on here too, here and there. Yes, I do have a school community. If you're on TikTok, so from TikTok, go to my profile, go to my landing page, and then join the community. It's free. It's free. I'm gonna be paying that $9 subscription, so that I can just more effectively support you guys with the things we talk about from month to month. Because my goal is to hit the year mark. I want to do 12 months of consistent walking and going live 3 times a week. That's the goal. And I'm so close. Like, there's no reason to give up. There's just no way. Thank you. See, she said congratulations. Thank you. I'm doing good, Drika. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Thank you for asking. No complaints. Let's see. Charlene says, I've been reading and listening along. It's a good read and already saved me this week. Right on time, right? Thanks, Drika. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit harder on myself than I should be, probably. Because, you see yourself every day, right? So, sometimes I'm not always accepting of the progress, but I know it's there. I know it exists. And I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to stay the course for as long as I can. Thank you. I appreciate that. This week, we've been talking about the Let Them Theory. And Charlene, I'm with you. The let them theory is about creating healthy boundaries. And I feel like, especially among Black women in our community, we spent the last 5 to 10 years or so um, talking about, well, I'm going to just protect my peace. I'm going to block you. I'll just remove you from my life. Block. And for some of us, we've spent the last 5 or 6 years placing ourselves in isolation. Good morning, Tyler. Good morning, Brenda. And so the book challenges this idea that it's just about removing people from your life. That's not what this is about. This is about figuring out how to navigate our friends, our families, our workplace environments, and being able to release people. Mhm. But sometimes you still got to engage. Right. Charlene says we're alone in this bubble. Right. And it's actually not healthy. We were not built to be in a bubble alone. It's not healthy. And so we're going to spend this next month walking through what we should be doing to help us better assess what it means to let people go, let things go. Because the other issue we discussed this week is we're trying to control things and people. And at the end of the day, you cannot control anyone. We're trying to control what they think about us. We're trying to control whether or not they like us. Book talked about that in this first section a lot. All right. A lot of us just want to be liked and loved. A lot of us want to be liked and loved. And so we're literally rereading the text messages, going over that moment that happened at the job over and over again. And while all of that's going on, we're actually losing time to focus on what really matters, which is our business. One Mind, Body, and Soul says, in my opinion, take time to be with you, but allow community in at times. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that is a healthy way to navigate. I think the book challenges individuals who never take that time for community to come back in. It's when we find ourselves in a space, and I've been saying this all week, when your block list is longer than your friend list, then you're not navigating life in a healthy way. Okay? When your block list starts to become as long, when it becomes easier and easier and easier to remove people, okay? When it becomes much easier to remove them, then better understanding how to engage effectively, that's a problem. But I agree with you. Yes, you should allow people in the community, allow community in at times, for sure. But there are folks out there that they've taken on this protect my peace and I'm gonna set all my boundaries, and now they're alone, and that's not healthy. We've talked about that this week. We've talked about that this week. All right. Wednesday, we looked at, hold on. Y'all know I got my notes. I got to read my notes because it's been a busy week. Okay, yes. So Wednesday, we talked about this the most. It's the stress. Okay, so when we are so heavily engaged in the needs of others, making them happy, that stress, we essentially give them the power away. And we lose hours, hours, and hours trying to control others. Okay? The book says we've got to detach from the moods, emotions, and actions of other people. And then we need to pivot. We've got to figure out what we're going to do differently instead of allowing others' actions and behaviors be what allows us to be the most emotionally engaged. All right. So That is what we talk about this week. That's like your mini update. You are not too late. Okay? So you are not too late. I don't want to feel like I don't want join the community, go watch replays, grab the book. You are not too late. You can I'm purposely of setting up and having these calls these next couple weeks, so that you can come in at any point and still have a meaningful experience. Okay? So for my folks who've been with me all week, have you had any success with letting people? Have you had any success? Have you tried or had you realized that you're trying to control situations that you shouldn't be trying to control? Let me know in the chat, and I'll tell you mine. I told the school community this week, but I'm gonna tell y'all mine. So that's my question. That's kind of how we're gonna wrap today. Those of you that have been with me this week, have you or did you find yourself trying to control situations or control how people viewed you or control the outcome? Did you let them? Were you able to move from this defense mode that you've been in and move from a space of letting it go? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. It's hard, man. Let me know in the chat. And then I'll read some comments. Let me go back and read some comments. Let's see. Lady T says, we need our peace. Some folks don't need to sit at the table. Correct. But if you look up at that table and the table is empty, there's a larger problem. The table should never be eternally empty. And I think that's the part that the book challenges. And here's what I'm also going to say. Because I believe that everybody should not be at the table. I agree with you. But, and I talked about this earlier this week. We go to these people's job and we sit at tables we forced to sit at all the time. All the time. Because that's how we eat. So I think as human beings, sometimes we're more selective about when we set boundaries and when we don't. We'll be at that job, putting on that smile. No boundaries, very few boundaries. That's how we pay our bills, right? So, the pendulum can swing both ways. Sometimes people swing and have no boundaries because they believe they have to do that because they're at their job, and that's not what it said either. And then the pendulum swings the other way, too harsh, where we have people cutting people off and they removed everybody from the table, and it ain't nobody but themselves left. They in that bubble. We've got to find a way to find a balance. Where you're right, we do remove relationships that don't serve us, 100%. But we're also mindful of if I'm having to do it so many times, there's a bigger issue going on. If you have to keep removing people, there's a bigger issue going on. Oh, I love that. One mind, body, and soul says, she says, for me, she lets people be people. So she's really learned to not allow their actions and behaviors impact what she decides to do. That's hard to do. That's a unique skill, one mind, body, and soul. She's like, I'm in retirement age. I ain't got to accept nothing. And I love that for you. But there's got to be a balance. And the book challenges that. It challenges the idea that we got to have a balance. We can't swing so far on this side that everybody's getting a cut off, and we can't swing so far on this side that we're letting the world walk all over us. And it gives you strategies on how to find balance. And that's what we're looking at this month. But you're making me think, Lady T. I'm gonna pop this question in the school community. You're making my mind twirl a little bit. Yeah. Follow-up question. One mind, body, and soul. Follow-up question. Yes. Oops, she must have been reading my mind. That's what I was gonna ask, because a lot of, and this happened in our community too. And I'm gonna keep asking this question. Those of you, so like Lady T has arrived at a place where she's grounded in letting people be people and not including him in their story. If there's no alignment, right? She's grounded in that. One mind, body, and soul is grounded in not letting other people's behaviors impact her. Okay? Question for you guys. Is it something you had to learn? Or is it something you had to learn? Or have you always been that way? Because I feel like I've spent the last like 5 years or so like trying to shift this mindset. So I'm curious. And I know one body, so you just answered. It took time and hard lessons, but she learned. Is it something that grows with age? Okay. So then the question becomes, how can we teach our daughters, our granddaughters, our nieces, our communities that we serve? How can we embed this mindset into our communities? Because what bothers me the most is actually not the not effectively handling boundaries part. But what bothers me the most is that people are losing so much time that they can't move forward in their business. That's the real issue to me. Or to me, for what I do, for what I offer. For me and what I offer. My concern is, and what I'm trying to really drive home, is that you're losing time. You're losing time with your family, you're losing time with your friends, you're losing time in your business. And I think that's a shame. I think that's a shame. So Monday, we come back Monday, we're going to be looking at chapters 3 and 4 of the book. So you've got this weekend to get caught up. I'll drop a few reminders in the school community. Y'all make sure y'all head over there and join if you want those reminders. One mind, body, and soul said for her, it took time and circumstances. To teach another is hard if the person is not open to receiving. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, I don't know if I would have been open in my 20s. Maybe a little bit more open in my 30s. And then by my 40s, I don't have no choice. I had no choice. No choice in the matter. No choice in the matter. I don't have no choice. Because I cannot, time it to me, the older I've gotten, time has gotten so limited that I just can't. I just can't. I'm going to look up, my kids are going to be grown, and I'm going to be with Lady T on that retirement track. Miss Janet says after her COVID experience, she learned to let things go. No peace mean I ain't doing it. I like it. She said these 60s will change you. I like it. I can't wait. Actually, I want to learn my lesson sooner so I can have great 40s and 50s. I'm trying to learn my lesson now. There's a lot of peace in moving from a defensive stance into letting those hands go. That I will agree with. All right, y'all. I gotta go to these people's job. I got to go to these people's job, y'all. Y'all hear me? But this was great. Let me let y'all know today Talia's teaching her Let's Take Notes class. And oh my God, she showed me the things that she made. Don't miss her class. Check her out at Artfully Melanated or join the TRM Patreon and go pick up her class. You too, have a good day. We will be back Sundays with TRM. We will be back Sundays with TRM. So make sure that you are there. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you Monday. Again, don't forget to join the community where you'll get updated on all the things. Bye, y'all.